Tortured for Christ, the movie, will be in theaters on March the 5th across the country. It's a one-night only theatrical release. We're going to follow up with some screenings in churches, and then eventually later this year there will be a DVD available. This is part of our 50th anniversary celebration, honoring the legacy of Richard and Sabina Wurmbrand. The movie was filmed in Romania with Romanian actors, and it is a wonderful telling of the story. Artistically, it's very well done. But again, it's a powerful story of exemplary Christianity. People who followed Christ even when it cost them something, even when they went to prison, even when they were being tortured. And that challenges the viewer to think about, okay, what would I do in those situations?
This is a first for VOM. I understand the movie was actually shot and produced in Romania.
The movie was filmed in Romania, including scenes that were shot inside Jilava Prison. Jilava Prison is one of the prisons where Richard was held in solitary confinement. It's also a prison where Sabina spent a part of her 3 years incarcerated. And so it was very significant to be filming in the old solitary confinement wing and look down the hallways there and say, okay, one of these cells is the cell that Richard Wurmbrand was held in. The other thing about filming in Romania with Romanian actors and actresses was Richard Wurmbrand is really a national hero in Romania. And so the Romanian actors took it very personally to tell his story and to tell it well.
I'm sure VOM previewed the film with some audiences. What was their reaction?
You know, there hasn't been any negative reaction from anyone who has viewed the film that I'm aware of. The reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. Not only that artistically it's very well done, it is a great film. The ability of capturing the old 1930s, the old cars and trains and the set and all of that is very well done. But also it's a very powerful story.
And finally, what do you want people to understand about Pastor Wurmbrand and the persecuted church and VOM?
Well, one of the exciting things about having a new book and having this film is the number of people who will meet persecuted Christians for the first time through this. You know, they're not aware that persecution is going on, and they'll be confronted by this story of Pastor and Sabina. I think the thing that we want to show people is that Richard and Sabina Wurmbrand lived an exemplary form of Christianity. They served the Lord no matter the cost, no matter the price, no matter the suffering that was before them. They saw the eternal value of the kingdom of God, and they weighed everything in light of that eternal value, not in light of temporal things or suffering here on earth. That's something that inspires me. I think it will inspire every Christian who sees this film and reads this book. What does it mean to live our lives in light of eternity? Richard and Sabina examined that. They did that. They lived it out. And so we want to inspire people with their example so that Christians everywhere in the U.S. and around the world can have that same perspective, that whatever we're going through here on earth is nothing in light of eternity with Christ, in light of the glory of Christ, in light of His sacrifice to purchase us. Our measly suffering here on earth doesn't even compare to that. And so that's why we can have that joy of the Lord in spite of suffering, because we've grabbed a hold of that eternal perspective. And Richard and Sabina Wurmbrand surely exemplify that, and we want their story to inspire thousands and thousands of Christians around the world.